Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. And in this episode I'm just gonna go through time lapse of creating these three images using my new release Scifi kit. And so let's take a look at that. So if I go to my Blender file here, actually let's go into here. So this is the 3D kit. Join here. That I recently released, and just go to my textures here. And this is more a sort of like experimental kit that I wanted to do, sort of like sci-fi. And I say experimental because these pieces are not optimized for 3D, but they're more just for more concept. So you're gonna see a lot of like meshes and um, overlapping and stuff, but this was more of an experimental kit that I wanted to use to, play with the shapes and see what I wanted to create using modifiers and that sort of thing. Excuse me. So it's very sort of like not abstract, but you can use it to sort of experiment and play with the shapes and stuff. But here are all the pieces for the kit, and some of these front ones are more basic, and those are the ones that I use to create more of the more complex pieces here on the back, using modifiers and scaling up and down and that sort of thing. And for the kit, you will get all these pieces. These pieces are not really textured that much because I wanted to keep it very simple. So what I did for the textures was a very simple, just flat color. And so if I go to my texture here, you can see that I don't have a material for my color. It's just a dark gray color, warm gray. And what I did was I used a metal texture that I found free on the internet, and I just put it as a roughness. And that's gonna give me this sort of like metal look to it. So if I take that out, I'll show you how that looks like. It looks very clean, sort of like flat, clean color. And so adding that little, that small roughness metal to it is gonna give me this variation here on the surface, which is gonna make it look a little bit more believable. And so it's just very simple, just a metal texture roughness in the roughness map. And also what I did was I have this very simple maps here that you can see here that you will get them on the kit, but I put those on the bump maps. And the cool thing about that is that I get some little details with just a bump, which makes it a lot easier for you to navigate and play around with the shapes and stuff. And so I'll show you how that looks like. So all these little lines and cuts and creases and stuff I'm getting it from the bump map. So if I take that out, I just get this flat surface. But with that on, then I'm getting these extra details. And the cool thing about this is that I can actually play with my scale on that map and then get different results. So let's just say I play here with this. Ooh, that's cool. So that's just another detail that I can get, another variation. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty cool. And so maybe I play with the X scale. That's cool. So again, since it's not deforming the mesh, it's just a bump map. It's just taking the line information and adding that detail. It doesn't cost anything. So I think it's a great way to to add details to your models. And again, that's not really extremely optimized for 3D for like game ready or anything, but for concept and designing stuff, I think is very useful. And so Um, so yeah, so that's what the kit brings. You get all these pieces. You also get this. This was the base that I used um, for my scene to create these images, and so um, you will get this as well, which is sort of like the starting base that I started putting together to create that scene here. And this light is just an emission shader in Blender on a cylinder. It's nothing special about it. But yeah, you get some hallways like this ones and some bigger scale um, buildings. Cool. So yeah, so you can get this at my store. You actually get the kit, and you will get the full tutorial for these three pieces. Um, and I'll go in depth. In that tutorial, I'll go in depth in terms of like my process and all that stuff. But I hope you guys enjoy the time lapse, and I'll see you guys on the next one.